Hello, fourth graders, it's Misty Cray here. I feel for our reading test, Dear Mr. Winston, I feel like I was a little bit confusing. So here I'm making a video so I can kind of quickly go over everything that this test is, because I feel that the directions that I may give you were a little confusing. So the Dear Mr. Winston test is broken up into 3 parts. Instead of just doing one on pencil and paper, again, we're doing something kind of fun. The first part, we did that short quiz on Think Central. I think it was like 3 questions. That was part 1, and I'm still missing a few grades for that. Part 2, we talked about this one day in group. When we did that timeline, you had the option to either write what you think happened before the story, what happened during the story, the sequence of events, or what will happen next. Because all that we know in this story is from Kara's letter that she's writing to Dear Mr. Winston. We don't know anything that happened before, or we don't know what's going to happen next. All that we know is from the letter itself. So I want you to kind of use your inferences and kind of draw some of your conclusions. What do you think happened before Kara wrote this letter? What do you think was happening around her? What do you think is going to happen next? Is she going to send this letter? What's going to happen if she does? What will happen if she doesn't? I want you to write. If you chose the option to write, I have received a couple of these already, and they've been giving me like maybe 1 or 2 sentences. If you choose to write, you need to be detailed, and it has to be before what happened in the story. If you, under the before, what happened during, and what will happen after. It must be detailed, so I know what you mean. It can't just be 1 or 2 sentences. Same thing if you chose the other route to draw. You will need 3 pictures. If you chose to draw, what do you think happened before, what was going on during, what will happen at the end. It needs to be detailed. I didn't do the lines for you like it did for the writing, because it gave you more freedom to use your art skills and to draw what you need. We haven't gotten to part 3 yet because I've still been kind of waiting for some part 1 and part 2 to get turned in. So that's why I decided to make this video and give it to you all at once. The third part, like I said, has not been introduced to you yet, so this is your first time hearing about it. You're going to be making a wanted poster. I have one that I just kind of drew here. I'm going to show you that in just a second. But a wanted poster, you're going to be telling me some characteristic traits of a character. Choose any character from the story Dear Mr. Winston. I chose Mr. Winston. So you will have a word box, and I'll give that to you later today. If not, it will be posted for you on Classroom, I believe. If I'm wrong, I'll correct myself in group. What I would like you to do is to choose 5 character traits of your character. The word box is going to have many. Choose 5 that you think fits your character. Again, our story doesn't tell us exactly what the character is like. It just kind of gives you the mindset of just one character from her apology letter that she's writing. So I chose Mr. Winston. I would like you to write wanted up at the top. Who is your character? Like I have here, Mr. Winston. Draw me a picture of your character, and then where here I have lines here, and that's where I would write my 5 character traits. I didn't write any down because I'm not going to give them away if you choose Mr. Winston, okay? Now at the bottom, I just wrote 1 sentence or 2 sentences. Mr. Winston's character traits. Mr. Winston is, and then I have 5 blank lines for where those character traits would be, whether it's funny, brilliant, fuzzy, what other those character traits are, write them here. Then I just thought it would be fun to add something at the end. Please find and return to Mr. Cray, because this person is wanted, right? If you have any questions, you may certainly ask me them in group. These are your 3 parts for your Dear Mr. Winston test. I'll see you in group today. Bye, 4th graders.